Friends, we have done it! This is the final result of the floor after all of that chiseling that I did. And then getting a man in to sand the floor and then put a leveling compound. And then finally putting the beautiful white epoxy. Okay, it's supposed to be grey. White epoxy on the floor. That's what it is. Beyond that, a lot of time was then spent finishing off, filling up holes, and ultimately painting the space to be the color that I want it to be. Now, white may end up being a terrible, terrible choice for a space where there's dirty, stinky cars going to be starting against the wall, which is why in one particular area I didn't. I painted the wall fully black because I'm not crazy. So a lot of filling, a lot of finishing to basically get it into the state that you see it now. It's taken many evenings and weekends to get to this point, but it's absolutely been worth it to save some money where we can, but also just have the experience of doing this ourselves and kind of knowing what's what when it comes to building a space like this. Now, while all of this is going on, I'm also dismantling the previous space, getting that ready and moving things across that we need to actually get working. You forget, we've got the bloody ramp and some heavy cars that don't actually move. This is quite a process, to say the least. You might remember that there was an office here. It has gone. We've been working hard to basically strip this thing down, which was the office, and then downstairs, most of the clutter is gone. I say most, we've still got M3 pieces everywhere. Old, not M3 pieces anymore, and so on. So what I'm gonna do right now to give us some more space is actually move the Evo. Oh my god, it does move. It's for sale. Please, someone buy it. There's Dale's car. It's broken. And look, there was an eclipse here, and it has moved. So the new space basically has all the stuff, and then Dale has his stuff here. It's mostly Dale's stuff. I blame Dale. Ugh. Very nice. New battery, new clutch, recent MOT. July MOT. I'll even keep this Drake CD that's on here. Come on. Come on, Drake CD, play. Also, it does this. Look at that! Look at that, who wouldn't want that? Look at that space. I feel like it's always kind of a bit dangerous driving a car that you're kind of committed to sell. Because when you jump in it and then you put your foot down, it makes some good noises. Yeah. Dangerous, I tell you. Look at that machine! Beautiful. No, folks, are still being sold. Does look really nice though. Dale cleaned it recently. Okay.
Yeah.
I have something to do to you.
You're not gonna make me move that, are you?
I am gonna make you move it.
No.
So the last time she moved this, she cried. Genuinely, the clutch was horrendous. I want you to, if she cries, it's a terrible clutch. Like she will tell you if it's a good clutch or not. So
I will.
I just kind of want you to experience it a little bit.
All right, fine.
Can you unplug that?
Where's the volume in this car?
There's 2 volume buttons that say vol. So just kind of bring it this way and then reverse line it up. She's so nervous. She's worried about stalling it.
Okay, it's better than it was before, but I still don't like it very much.
Okay, but you moved it.
I did
Which you
move
didn't
it.
manage to do before.
No, I did move it before. Do you remember we got down the road and then I pulled into that pub parking lot and I just broke down?
Yes, but I'm saying, while you did manage to move it, you didn't. Beyond that point. Now, the bite point is so much lower now.
It is lower, yeah.
Like, you can't tell me that's not a million times.
It's much better. It really is much better.
I don't know if you've used these skates before, but they're pretty cool. I bought some other skates before, but you needed to jack the car up to get them on, which is a little bit shite. So anyway, these are much better. However, you will run over your toes. I've done it twice. It hurts more as you do it more. Anyway, so this Evo Eclipse is gonna go over there. And so where the blue tape is, so weirdly, it's pretty long. Because the other blue tape is all the way over here. So, let's get it pushed. You gotta help me.
I'll help you.
Side by side, look at that. I think we did a really good choice with the flooring.
The floor looks great.
It looks so good. We've already got a little bit of a leak. It's to be expected with these cars. Oh, by the way, while we're doing this, look, these just went live for Tyler's new album, and we just bought them. And they actually have a UK store now, so I don't have to pay $100 in shipping and taxes. Well, hey! Right, anyway, let's bring the Evo inside and basically remove all room that we had. The breeze is nice. This stuff in here that is probably best to take out.
Oh.
Before we park it.
That's probably good.
All right.
Watch yourself on this device right
All
there.
good. Okay. It takes a little bit of time to get something in here, especially if it's all-wheel drive, which might be a problem. But it's doable. We could always change it a little bit, but a car would still absolutely fit here, even with that stuck out as it is. Ah, yeah. That's nice. I left it slightly out a little bit. I can always push it. Oh, that's loads. I can actually come back. I don't need this much room. No, I don't need that much space.
Oh, I thought you need that much
No. I don't need to get like behind it. I just need to kind of
Okay.
lean in. Look at this. Our beautiful space that we own. Technically the bank owns it, but we pay it, so we're not paying someone else's mortgage. We're paying our own mortgage. Anyway, so the idea is still, we've got some cabinets to come. Up there is going to become more storage. It's currently not storage, as you can see. I mean, technically it is.
Technically, there's stuff up
Oh,
there.
we have changed. The bathrooms look different now. So this is the usable bathroom, which will also have storage. We will be changing these signs. What do you think? Or should we change them? Ladies? Should we keep it ladies?
Should we just put knobheads on it?
Yeah, and this is going to be our organized storage, which again currently is semi-organized. We've got a toilet in case you decide while you're looking for your stuff that you need a poo or a wee, and blue shelf. Yeah, look at that. But the idea is once this is all cleared out, we can put another shelf here and another one there, and this is going to kind of be more like long-term storage, so it's not that big, and then go a bit higher on the shelves and stuff like that. But idea with it surrounding, we'll probably do shelving everywhere as well. But there's a chance we can move out of the other one sooner than we thought, so we're getting it done, making it work. So we always wanted these in a house or something, and this is a perfect excuse to use them elsewhere. So we just cut them to size and fill in these ugly pieces like that.
That looks so much nicer.
So much nicer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to do another one between where that beam is there, and yeah, I think they look much nicer. You can glue them in and screw them in. Just going to screw them in. We're in. Amazing. That looks easy. That's so much nicer.
Have we ever done a decoration easier than that?
No, I don't think so. That looks really good.
Yeah?
Yeah. It looks stylistic.
Oh wow. I love it.
Black is going to go up there, ignore the overspray. It's just, I thought it would be much easier to do that when we get up there. It's a Dale project, he's good with wood. So on this one we had to cut a little bit out so it fits over the beam. Hopefully I can just squeeze it behind the beam like that, which means I don't have to cut it to size. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna work.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
So I do need to paint up there a little bit more.
Yeah, you can see it just at the top there. It looks good.
Cool. happy with that?
Oh yeah, that's perfect down there too.
That's my bit. All right, she's in. That looks good.
Yeah.
So nothing, oh, well, I think nothing. The beams are not done painting. I didn't use metal paint, I just used normal paint. But we'll use metal paint and we'll make them kind of match. There's a few things that still need doing, but it looks pretty good to me. That covers those really nice.
Yeah, it makes them look so much nicer than, you know, the ugly wall there.
Yeah. Awesome. Essentially, take the amount of work you think something like this would take and multiply it. Thinking about how much work was involved in this whole process, it's kind of ridiculous. However, I absolutely think it's worth it. This has taken us so many man hours to finally get right and quite a lot of money, but ultimately we have a space we can call our own. I am so ready to get started on this M3 again very, very shortly. Now, these lights are ridiculous. This is only 6 lights. Ignore the fact that the ceiling isn't painted and stuff, but basically I just wanted to get in here and get going because this space we've just been crafting and organizing and laying out 50 million times to make sure I could get it right. And I think we're pretty much there. We're gonna put a shelf in here basically for the detailing stuff. We've got a workbench that is completely covered with just junk right now as we organize. We're also waiting on a couple, that was a huge letdown actually. Over at the back of the unit, we're actually gonna be putting in some new cabinets, some new units, which I'm really looking forward to. However, listen, I ordered them, they were supposed to come, the delivery randomly got canceled. I've heard nothing. I'm sure it'll be fine. I haven't been scammed. I've bought from this place many times, but those will be coming very shortly and they'll be filling out the back. It wasn't even the full delivery yet anyway, because it couldn't be. Things were out of stock. We've got this huge double rack here, which is super, super handy. Ignore all the stuff just laying everywhere. This is not going to remain. That's definitely something in the previous unit that we kind of just did, is we kind of threw stuff and just left it. That's something I'm definitely personally just on a bit of a journey, being in the camp of lesser stuff and more optimized. I think it's just nicer. Having less stuff in a space, having a smaller space in some instances, and just filling it purposefully. That's kind of the route I'm going recently. So this shelf is basically gonna be, we're gonna have the stands, we're gonna have oils. This is gonna be the everything car side of the situation. Then we're gonna have shelf number 2. This is gonna be the BMW shelf, so current workings on BMW stuff. So we've got here, for example, we've got M3 stuff at the bottom, and towards the top we're gonna have drift BMW stuff. Then over here, right next to the Eclipse, we have another shelf. This one's plastic. To be fair, plastic shelves are pretty versatile, pretty nice, but that's gonna be for the Eclipse, which will be a project we'll get to. I'm absolutely determined to get to that, but of course M3 gets the focus. Who wants to see that damn thing when this thing sat right here? Now we've currently only got this ramp, this lift, if you will, which I actually really like. It's properly safe. The fear of the 2-post lift is that something's gonna fall off. If you've been on the internet long enough, you'll know that those are terrifying videos of where there was that one S2000 that fell off. The guy took it to the shop and it just fell. Fear. If I'm in charge of that, I'm worried. So I'm gonna wait, but also you need to know the depth of the concrete and things like that. I just haven't got round to that yet. So for now, we've got this trusty scissor lift. The good news, by the way, because we had to put the windows up, the M3 seat does actually fit, which is fantastic news. And just to give you an update as to where this was, because I know it's been a while, but this is the first thing we're gonna jump straight onto, don't worry. If we just take this transportation tape off, the V8 was re-sat into the car with a new kit, and we were just about to get everything lined up so that essentially we can try and get the M3's V8 running. Once the thing's running, we're kind of golden. We're going for the exhaust then and the paint, with hopefully not too far off, which is pretty great to think about. But I feel like now is the intricate details, the small bits that don't necessarily add up to big results. So anyway, we'll get back to that. Over here is the Evo, which again, you already know, someone needs to buy. That space needs to be used for something else. So that needs to get the hell out of here. So if you want to buy the Evo, it's for sale. I love how much space I actually get between the cars here. It's so much nicer than it was previously. To be fair, I do plan to move this BMW over a little bit. I've pushed the Eclipse more that way because this is probably more, for now, gonna be like the axle stand car area. And this one is, you know, we need to get around it. It's a little bit tight on the other side, so we'll make some of that space. But for now, that's useful because we can get the cabinets in actually. And again, even down here, look how much space we've got. I'm determined we will not have this space clutter. We will not clutter it up. It's gonna be nice, thoughtful, practical. Ignore the shelves currently and around the shelves because that's not permanent, but practical, useful. We're gonna make use of wall space. Again, the main difference here is that I own the place. I own it. Technically the bank does, but I will own it outright. So you can think more about being thoughtful, things you can do, and actually invest money into this space to keep it that way forever until I decide maybe one day I wanna sell it. But in either way, it's then worth more money. Like, it's just beautiful. And I think the best thing about it's just the vibe of this space. Once we start getting things on the wall, but made this wooden paneling that I've got a piece over here as well. It just turns up the dial and the vibes so much. I love it. The shelves being open so you can still see and communicate between the shelves while someone's working on, say, over there and you're over here. It's just thoughtful. So I think we're pretty much there, folks. We're pretty much ready to use the space. And as I said, the quicker we can fully move out of the other space, the more money I'm gonna save to spend on this space. And that was the good news, by the way. The landlord suggested that he could look for a new person to rent the space, which means I could break my lease a little bit earlier than expected and save a buttload of money, which is great news. So, I think it is time for us to get building again. And let's start with the good old M3. I'll see you next time. Check out the other videos. This has been a process and, quite honestly, a fun one overall.